Use disorder, but for those who want a fresh start in 2024.
And joining us now is psychotherapist and author Kelly Kitley. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year, you guys.
I feel like this dry January thing is really taken off in the last few years. Like, do you know, like, why do you think it's, like, caught on so much, I guess, in the last couple of years?
Sure. You know, I think people are really interested in creating whole health in their lives. You know, we had spoken earlier about this idea about taking a fresh start, and whether that's moving your body or eliminating sugar or cleaning up the way that you're eating. Dry January can be a great way, as you mentioned, Lauren, for people who aren't alcohol dependent, but more moderate drinkers, to take a look at their drinking patterns. It becomes very habitual for a lot of people. And what ends up happening is people's sleep becomes interrupted. Their mood may be a little more irritable. They may notice that they're not moving their body as much or sleeping well. So when I'm working with my clients, we really take a holistic approach and saying, how's alcohol working for you in your life? And where can we make adjustments? I think where people get tripped up is we take this all or nothing approach. And then, you know, on New Year's Day, people might be feeling motivated because they're hungover and saying, oh, let me make all these changes. A week later, maybe they're saying, oh, it wasn't that bad. So being able to go slow, put a plan in place, have accountability, go into it with other people who are like-minded and wanting to take this whole health approach. And if you slip up, don't write it off completely. Get right back on the wagon and look at what maybe you learned from that experience.
So, for example, if you have a client that has maybe likes to have a glass of wine after work or something, a way to unwind after work, what would you recommend? Is it replacing that ritual with something else, or is it maybe doing a mocktail, or what is the comment, something that's worked?
Thank you for saying that. You know, we do need to replace behaviors because there is something that people might feel like they're missing. And so whether that is, you know what, instead of pouring a glass of wine after work, I'm going to get outside and go for a walk or call somebody. Or if it is that ritual, you know, I love, as a non-drinker, filling up a wine glass still of ice and putting LaCroix and putting a splash of something in there. It's just really refreshing. And then I don't feel like I'm missing out, and I'm participating even when I am social.
I have been like amazed at how many non-alcoholic beverages there are now in stores.
Like at restaurants
I was just at the restaurant the other day, and there were so many non-alcoholic beers. There used to be like one or two brands. Now there are so many. But so I guess do you find is it easier now in today's environment for people to do the dry January because so many more people are doing it? Do you find, or is it still a challenge for people to actually commit to this and follow through?
I think it's both. You know, we live in such an alcohol-saturated world, and so people do question, oh, why aren't you drinking? Do you have a problem? We don't say that when people are going on a diet or trying to make lifestyle changes. But we are in a sober, curious environment, and so people are starting to look a little more into how it plays a role in their life. But there's still such a stigma with it. You know, sometimes people say, oh my gosh, I didn't drink the whole month of January. Now February 1st comes and they're off to the races. So it is about finding support, and certainly if you are experiencing any kind of withdrawal symptoms or you are drinking every day, don't stop cold turkey. Please seek medical attention.
And you touched on this before in terms of interrupted sleep when you have alcohol. Some of the benefits of attempting, at least, or going toward the path of going dry.
Sure. So a lot of my clients report having a new sense of clarity, deeper connection in relationships because there isn't that barrier there. Their skin improves, they may lose weight, and just an overall sense of feeling really positive and motivated to do something different.
One of the things I found when I kind of stopped doing this too was that I used to always think, well, I couldn't go to a gathering without having some drinks. But when you are able to get over some of those humps and you realize, like, well, it's really not about the alcohol, it's about the people, right? So you kind of try to figure that out, right? Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say right now?
It's social lubricant almost.
Where it's like, okay, so I replace that with why am I really here? Am I here to drink this wine and this beer, or am I here to gather with these people in this room?
You hit the nail on the head.
But sometimes you think, like, well, actually, I don't really like some of these people, so I don't go to those parties anymore.
This segment.
Right, exactly.
It's true. true, and I do want to be realistic. It isn't easy to just change behaviors.
Right.
And that first week is tough. You're used to having, alcohol is a depressant. And so a lot of times people will use it to decompress or to take off the edge for anxiety. But oftentimes what ends up happening is it makes it worse. It's like putting gasoline on fire. And so really try to connect and have deeper conversations with people. I find that when I'm in social events that I do have deeper connections instead of, I hate small talk. So.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Her book is Myself, which is about Kelly's journey to give up alcohol for good. Kelly Kitley, thank you so much. It was great to see you.
Great to see you too.
All right. Lots more to come.